Everyone, in this video, I wanted to go over IP or OSPF prefix suppression. Um, in my GNS3 here, I have four routers. And specifically, what I want to do is we're tasked with a situation where we need R1 and R4 to be able to communicate with each other, but we don't want R1 or R4 to know about this link. So we want to remove this link out of the database. The problem is that this entire network from R1 to R4 are all in the same area of area 0. So there's no filtering that we can do. I can't filter out this way and filter out this way. We're going to need to do something different to get this link out of OSPF. Now, the other problem is that or we all know, that in OSPF, you can't have a neighbor relationship without advertising the prefix. So this is where prefix suppression comes in and is a cool little feature. So first, I will hop on the CLI and kind of show what we're seeing. So remember, I'm just going to do R1. R4 is going to look, almost identical. But from R1, before we even look at the CLI, which I will get to in a second, we know that since this is a directed link, it won't be in our routing table for OSPF. This will just be connected. However, this link and this link will be. So let's hop on the router and R1. Let's do a show IP route for OSPF, and we'll begin at the word gateway just to make things cleaner. So just as we thought was going to happen, we have the 34 network, which is that link between 3 and 4. And then we have this 23 network, which is the link between 2 and 3. So remember this link between 2 and 3. That's the link we want to get rid of. So in order to do this, there's actually nothing to do on R1. What we have to do is go down to R2 and R3, and we have to use prefix suppression. So let's hop in, and first I'll do a show IP OSPF neighbors, just so we could see router 3 is on the gig 03. Let me make this a little bit bigger if I can click properly. There we go. All right, so this way the output of the command will be a little bit nicer. Okay, so we have gig 3, and that's connected to router 3. So I'm going to go into that interface, and the command is IP OSPF prefix suppression. Now, before I click it, let's see what OSPF says. All right, they don't give us much. It just says OSPF prefix suppression. So, no help there. You could disable prefix suppression, but we're going to turn it on. So let's turn it on. And we have to do it from both ends. So let's go to router 3. Gig 02 is my link to router 2. And IP OSPF prefix suppression. And now let's go back to R1. Run this same command. And now it's missing. You can see immediately it took it right out of the routing table. If we go to R2, show IP OSPF neighbor, we still have a neighbor relationship. So this prefix suppression feature is kind of cool. You can tell OSPF to not advertise its network without impacting the neighbor adjacency. Very useful feature, especially if you have a ton of transit networks. In this small network, we really don't care about the OSPF database size. But if you have tons of transit networks like this, that R1 and R3 never need to know about this transit network. They just need to know how to get to each other. You could use prefix suppression to decrease the size of your database. So that's pretty much it for this video. It's a short one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.